I just wanted to give a little take on what I see the market doing in the next, year, maybe or so. Right now, we are in sort of a holding pattern with real estate. The governor has shut us down effectively because we can no longer conduct business face to face. So we are forced to rely on technology and video messaging like this as an example. And we are going to have to adapt and change the way we do business right now in order to get to the next stage of life. Fortunately, I work for a brokerage that has a lot of tools and technology which are going to keep us going during this time when things are trying and challenging for others. We have the ability to do virtual open houses. We have the ability to have our marketing messages get out there through platforms like this. We have all kinds of electronic signatures allowed. That's been a technology that is not unique to my brokerage. It's been something that's been out there for a long while. Not all realtors know how to use it. Not all realtors utilize it, but you're going to need to learn how or, know how, hopefully, in order for us to effectively conduct business during these trying times, And I do want to address the times in which we live in right now. Business is business. We all need to earn a living. We all need to have a place to live. We all need to buy and sell real estate at some point in our lives. But, maybe right now what we really need to focus on is humanity and community and being part of the solution and not part of the problem. Yeah. There's going to be a lot of people who are going to disagree with me, and they're going to say that business is business and we need to make a living, and why should we shut down because right now we only have 58 active cases of COVID-19 here in Erie County, so why should we fear numbers that may never come? Well, look at New York City. That's a reality. People are living in unbelievable circumstances right now in New York City. You've got the National Guard being deployed there. We have, it's surreal. I don't even know what to say anymore. It's a situation where we've got, thousands of people sick with a disease that we don't know exactly how to combat. An invisible assailant, if you will. What do? You can stay home all day and you can sit there and complain, or you can adapt and you can be part of the solution. Being part of the solution means not introducing the disease into someone's life that wouldn't be able to fight it and survive it. I'm not high risk. I'm 50 years old. I have no pre-existing health conditions. And if I were to get COVID-19, my chances of survival are probably greater than some people. If you know someone who is recovering from cancer, if you know someone who is immunocompromised in any way, that could mean they're diabetic, that could mean they have an autoimmune arthritis or Crohn's disease or anything like that. If you know someone who's had, heart surgery or things like that, those people, as well as just the elderly in general, are greatly at risk. And, we all know people like that. We all know someone, my mom has had half of her lung removed over the last year through 2 separate surgeries. She's fighting lymphoma and lung cancer, and she is greatly at risk. She's 74 years old. It's not selfishness. It's not naivete either. These are people who are going to die if they get this disease. So, we have to talk a little bit about humanity. Is it not your job to prevent someone else from getting sick? Just because you don't believe it exists and it's not going to hurt you doesn't mean it won't hurt somebody else. I don't know. I just felt like I had to share that because it bothers me that there are a lot of people out there who just don't believe that this illness is real, and they think that they can be immortal, and that's just not true. Anyway, I got off my original message and kind of went on my soapbox for a minute, but I'm going to get back into my original message, which is about real estate and about the market. We've been very much in a seller's market over the last couple of years because inventory is at insanely low numbers. And the reason inventory is so low is because people didn't want to sell because they didn't know where they were going to go. You know, I mean, that's a reasonable problem. I think what's going to happen though is now that we have so many people who are going to be living with a little bit of financial distress, you know, whether they've lost their 401ks, or they've, half their stock market portfolio is tanked, or whatever it might be, there's going to be reasons why people need to maybe liquidate additional real estate that they've been holding on to. And you know what? Good, frankly. I think that there's been people who have held on to real estate, particularly in the city of Buffalo, because the taxes are so low. And now with the reval compounded with the need to free up financial assets, I think we're going to see inventory become a little bit more free-flowing in the months and years possibly to come, because it's going to be necessary for people to continue to survive and hopefully thrive into the future. So to that end, I think that, if you've thought about selling real estate and you want to stay in the know about real estate, follow me on Facebook, follow me on YouTube and things like that. I will continue to provide information. Granted, some of it is in my opinion, but I've been doing this for a really long time. For 30 years, I've been had my hand on the pulse of real estate, not just here in Buffalo, but in other markets as well. I've worked in the Boston area, the Hartford area. I've been in Florida. I've been in Texas. I've been in Virginia. I've sold real estate through the downturn, in 2008, 2009, 2010. I've learned through the years that when there are lean times, they are usually followed by a boom. I'll never forget, there was a realtor years and years ago who had told me that if you can survive a downturn, you will actually start to feel like you're taking orders at the window from McDonald's when you start taking listings and start, finding new buyers. And that's not to be facetious, and that's not to say that I take this lightly or that I look for the opportunity in it. My message has always been that I'm here to help. Being of help and service is why I got into real estate. Being of help and service is why I stay in real estate. Being of help and service is why I'm still here. This is what I do because it's a passion, not because it's a paycheck. So, let's stay in touch, and let's, circle around and see where this gets us in a few months. In the meantime, I'm here to answer any and all questions in regards to real estate. I am a resident of the city of Buffalo and a huge fan of the city as a whole. And my focus right now is going to be on the community and how I can help here within my community. So if there's something that you think you need or want, or just want to talk, I'm here. So I look forward to hearing from some of you, and we can get through this all together. City of good neighbors for a reason.